Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Mosballin. Now I'm gonna be talking about shooting today. Yesterday I went through a bunch of my settings. I'm gonna be using a guy that we all kind of have. There's 3 ways to shoot in NBA 2k26. People tend to ask me how I shoot, so I thought why not make this video. So the main and most common way to shoot is by pressing the square button. All you have to do is time a good square shot. Once you do that, it should be green. It's basically button shooting. That's been the method throughout all of 2K, pretty much throughout life. It's been reliable for the most part. The past couple years it was a little bit worse than shooting with the stick, right? Last year they made the stick shooting a little bit better. They were trying to get people to go onto that, but square shooting is all reliable. At the end of the day, it's the most easiest way to actually get a shot off. I don't care what anyone says, that's just the way it is, because it's at the end of the day square or whatever. It's the most common, it's what we learned. Now the second way is by pulling the stick back. Once you pull the stick back and you let go, you guys see I'm shooting the same way. All you do is pull it back as if you're pressing the button. You let go pretty much the same exact way you would normally as a square button shot, or I guess on Xbox it would be A, right? You would shoot with A. It's basically the same, and you just let go in that sense. And I don't shoot with either of those ways. I do use the stick, but I do use rhythm shooting, which is something I learned last year. What that is you guys see it says tempo at the bottom right there. It's called tempo shooting this year, and it makes it a lot easier. Why? Because all I have to do is time my tempo. I'm trying to time my tempo without timing my other one, and I don't know how to do that right now, so give me 1 second. I'm trying my best, because you see I'm greening 2 things right now. In theory, all I have to do is green 1 and it will still go in. Now that's not the reason I shoot with tempo. The reason I do shoot with tempo is it does feel a lot better overall. It does feel a lot more green. I do green a lot more shots this way, and what that is you actually bring your stick down, right, as if you were normally gonna shoot, but then you bring it back up as well. When do you do that? So I'm tempoing downwards as he's getting ready to shoot the ball, and then as he's going up, I'm tempoing upwards, right? So I'm just getting ready both ways. As he goes down, gets ready to release it, and then as he releases, I start moving up. And once you get a rhythm going with players, your tempo will almost always be automatic. There's like very little chance, especially this year, that you mess this up, because they made it where it's so easy to time your tempo, and that doesn't matter your timing in general now. So that's why this makes this the easiest way to shoot. This is why you probably feel like you're playing against a bunch of Zen dudes that don't miss. Yes, there are Zenners, and you can tell a Zenner by the shots they take, right? If they're shooting this all game, right, and they're hitting that consistently all day, just stupid fades over and over again, like, you shouldn't be able to time that even with tempo, right? You shouldn't. You can get better at it, but it's a really hard shot to tempo. It is. So the fact that they're hitting that all day every day just tells you everything you need to know. But just, you guys are seeing it, I'm only greening 1 a lot of times. I mean, usually I would prefer to obviously green both, and I know a lot of people hate that, like, people are only greening 1 and think that's a problem and all that, but think about it. I mean, I'm shooting even at a higher clip with square. Realistically, like, square is such an easy jumper, right? It's like, it's automatic for the most part. If I just use the stick without tempo, pretty automatic. So it's the same thing. Realistically, it's literally the same thing. You're timing one thing the same way you would time one thing with the button, same way you would time one thing there. Yes, your timing doesn't have to be on point, it's just your tempo, which I do believe does make it easier overall, because as long as you're tempoing correctly. And the best part is, you go into freestyle and you practice with any player, you're gonna start rocking, man. Like, Sigma is one of my dogs. I just shot an early timing and greened it. Just literally greens it with early timing, just because his tempo's on point, my tempo's on point. We just gonna tempo for days. Legitimately, don't even gotta worry about anything else. This dude's averaging like 30 points for me online, just straight up greening every shot he takes. Whether it's 1 green or 2 greens, it doesn't matter, because he's gonna hit. So it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where I shoot from, as I missed right there. I'm not perfect, Nobody's perfect. Realistically, it's all about getting better. It's all about practice. It's all that is. Honestly, I think everyone should be going in here with some of their newer guys. I normally do not do that, but I'm working on it a little bit more this year, where I am practicing jump shots with different players that maybe I don't know how to shoot with. Like Siakam, for example. I feel like the majority of people would never shoot with the Siakam card, but this guy is probably my best shooter online. Like, he's always open because no one thinks he could shoot. And then he literally does not miss. He's green, like double green, Irish Spring stir. I just one greened it there, but that's perfectly fine. This card does not miss. And I would have not known that if I don't, one, practice with him, two, willing to take the risk, take the shot, because every card in this game could shoot this year. There's not a single card that will not be able to shoot the lights out, including like a Larry Nance, for example, who's literally with the tempo. As long as that tempo right, he's going green, right? He's gonna green. Even sometimes you miss one in a while. That's the NBA though. You can't hit them all. Literally, even the greatest shooter of all time, Mr. Steph Curry, misses every once in a while. And if you miss, guess what? That means you're one step closer to hitting the next one. You're one step closer to figuring out the tempo. As long as you're working on it, as long as you're looking at the releases, seeing why it's off, right? If it's telling you why it's off, figure it out, right? It says it's rushed, so now I know I have to slow down a little bit, right? When I get the excellent, now I know to do it the next way, the same way. When you get one that says late or something, right? I'm trying to shoot a late here. 1 second. There we go. Rushed again. See, tempo is interesting, because usually it'll say rushed and whatnot, and then you just gotta figure it out. You gotta adjust. It's not the same. Like I'm trying to get, so you see one time it'll say early on the bottom, one time it'll say late. So that kind of tells you all you need to know. Right there it said late. So I'm just trying to figure out how to shoot better, right? And all that takes is a little bit of practice. What I usually think is a really good thing, like if you're missing your threes, start working on your mid-range. The mid-range is a lot easier to time. Once you figure that out, now you can start pushing back a little bit, start getting into your corners. You start missing, it's okay. That's all it is. Just a little bit more practice. A little bit more practice. Like I said, it really doesn't matter the player at all. Every single player in this game shoots lights out. It does not matter their three ball. It doesn't matter what tier they are. It doesn't matter any of that, because once you learn how to tempo, guys, see, I got a slow tempo there. So now what does that tell me? I gotta be even better. You feel me? Just gotta be a little bit better. Work on it, and then bang. That's it. Just bang, bang. Once we get consistent, we go online, and then it's just bang. It's like you can't leave me open, because now you know I'm hitting. Now you know I'm hitting. The best part about online is if you got the right badges, it's over. It's literally wraps, because badges online are a different breed, especially if you got them Hall of Fame dimers, especially if you got all them that pick and pop shooting badges, more or less, right? You want all them shooting badges that make your guy even better, that are just gonna be consistent, that you're not gonna have to worry about. And yeah, it just becomes a whole different beast, a different animal after you get some practice shots up, guys. That's all I really want to talk about. Figure out what works best for you. It could be square, like here we go, we square shoot that, bang. We go square shoot that, bang. It's just whatever you really want to use. Just make sure you practice it. Like I have not missed, I think, a square shot. This is the stick shot without the tempo. All great. And then you just figure out what your bread and butter is. Sometimes, honestly, some players are better with certain shots, so that's another reason we practice. Like maybe, for example, I'm not gonna say Bruce Bowen is, but for example, there's once in a while you'll find a player that like is better with square. Like right now I'm using square. Maybe his tempo shot just feels weird, right? Maybe it doesn't feel right. Maybe it isn't right. Maybe his square shot isn't right, and then you decide to use the stick. So just figure out which shot is good for who, because that is something that matters. And with practice, you will become an amazing, incredible shooter over time. Just keep at it, stick with it. I think once you pick one, you should just stick with it, even if you're struggling with it, whether that is tempo, whether that is square. Don't switch back and forth too much, because once you start switching back and forth a lot, it becomes a lot harder to like go back and forth. I know I'm doing it right now, but trust me, it's just hard in game to do it every once in a while. Like in the beginning, I was like trying to do tempo, I was trying to do this, and then every once in a while I'll shoot a square shot in the like to win the game or something. Like I'll just think that's the move, and then I'll end up missing. The other thing we didn't talk about is there's this new thing this year where if you press L2 before you catch a shot, you you basically shoot a, it's called a no dip shot. What that means is your guy's already locked and loaded to shoot the ball, right? He's just locked and loaded, and that way he doesn't even bring the ball down. He's already ready and he shoots it a lot faster. Now that shot is hard unless you get used to it, and I would normally never recommend this shot unless you know it's like they're gonna close out on you fast. So you're already pressing L2 as the pass is coming to you, and then you're already letting it fly. That's a shot you need to practice a lot more. Like, I definitely need to practice it more. I think it's a really tough shot if you're playing 5v5 and you're controlling all of them. I think it's a really easier shot. Like right now I'm choking because I'm focusing on too many things at once, and I'm trying to use square, which I'm not good at to begin with. But the no dip makes it a lot harder. The timing is different because now you're shooting it differently. So it's just a whole different animal to practice. You see how much faster they shoot. I don't personally no dip at all. I think usually, because I do take mainly open shots, so I would rather just wait till my guy catches the ball and then be able to let it fly that way. Hopefully no one stayed in the video till the end so they don't see me miss all those shots. Nah, I'm just kidding. We all miss. We're all human at the end of the day. It's all about practice, repetition. Don't let Allen Iverson hear us say that. But best of luck to you guys. If you guys don't know how to get in here, all you gotta do is go into your main MyTeam menu, your MyTeam home, and then you go into your training hub and you go into freestyle. You enter with the lineup that you have set up, and once you enter with that, you can go shoot around as much as you want with whoever you want. And it's nice and simple, really easy stuff. Go have fun, practice, do whatever you need to do. You can also change like your settings, your sliders, whatever your difficulty. You can substitute any player. So if I go ahead and click the next guy, I just have to click options, aka like start, and then that player will come in, and now I'm ready to let it fly with them. I'll see you guys later. It's been your boy Mosballin. Y'all know the drill, and Ballin out.